おはようございます。トリタンです。この時間はですね、ちょっと待って、やっぱおかしいぞ。ちょっと待ってね。はい。ですね、この時間帯 NFL の方を遊んでいきたいと思います。さっきまで NHL の方を遊んでたんですけどもね、今は NFL アメリカンフットボールの方をね遊んでいきたいと思います。ただね、こちらあんまり前回からそんなやってないので、ちょっとね目新しいことはできない、目新しいことできないんですけど、ちょっとですねエキシビジョンかな、こちらの方の試合の方が週間終わったんで新しいのになってますね。1月24日現地で多分行われるパッカーズとバスケニアーズ、こちらの試合があるのと、あとはバファロービルズとチーフス。元さんこんばんはいらっしゃいです。この時間帯アメリカンフットボール今度やっていこうかと思います。ちょっと前回からあんまりやってないのでね、前回から全くやってないので、いろんなことはできないんですけども、ちょっと試合の方楽しみながら遊んでいきたいと思います。でパッカーズがねやっぱり一番強いんですよ。このバスケニアーズも強いけど、若干ちょっとやっぱパッカーズの方が強いね、やっぱり。今私が知ってる中では多分能力値が一番高いチームなんでね、ちょっとパッカーズをやっつけていきたいと思います。前回いい試合だったんでね、パッカーズを追い詰めて見事にギリギリ勝ちましたんでね。さあ今日はどんな試合になるでしょう。こちらもアルティメットモードをやれば多分選手とかね集めていけるっていうので、どうなんだろう、毎日カードもらえるのかな、こっちももらえるんだったら早くアルティメットモードもやっといた方がいいんだよね。
It's the NFC Championship game.
あと小さいかな。
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid rain. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tampa Bay coming out needs no introduction to great Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady is personally trying to do something that's never been done, and that's go to the Super Bowl for a 10th time. This will be the first time in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniform and just a second trip to the Super Bowl in franchise history. Tom Brady in championship games, conference championship games, 9-4 all time. So if you're thinking about the pressure getting to him, think again. He's handled it well before.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Still going. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
そうステップができるかどうかわかんないけど、なんかそれらしいものをするのにはどうすればいいかわかんない。ステップをなんかうまいこと使ってるみたい。ちょっと今のスピンみたいのはしたね。今スピンボタンを押してないんだけど、ちょっとそれっぽいのはしたね。ただステップ踏んでクイックに動くのとはまた違うな。
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable of backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we see the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
ここは1人振り払ったのはいいんだけどね、もう4人ぐらい来たもんね。でも調子いいよ。調子いいよ。このランをちょっと試したい。
Here's first and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground with Jones.
あいつにどうやって渡すんだろう。ちょっと試しにボタンを押してみてるけどさ、ボタンを押してるけどパスができない。何かでもボタンはあるんだよ。これどうよ。はい。
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
後から自分でね見返してみると、結構こっちに投げればよかったよねっていうのが見えてきたりするんだよね。危ないなお前は。やっべやっべ。
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts.
間違えたかもしれない。これやべえな。は、オッケーナイス。すげえ。ナイス救世主。
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
ナイス片手でキャッチ。
I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Line of scrimmage to 31 now on first and 10. Again, it's Brady.
Nice.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Brady 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and some of those big shots downfield.
Nice run.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
残り何ヤードだっけ？そんな距離ないはず。20ヤードぐらい。
It's first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
ナイスナイス。ああでもそんなでもないね。
Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
パスで行くの？時間ないからか？
Going to try and throw on third down.
Okay, touchdown.
In for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown there to make the grab, and the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
さあどんな蹴りだ。
Fielded
走っ
a
てく
couple
る。走
yards
っ
into
て
the
くる。
end zone.
止めろ。
And he'll wind up
De
getting a
25
couple
ヤード
extra
地点まで持っ
yards
てか
here
れる。
for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And we can talk more about
being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback. And he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one,
第1クォーター終わったのかな。ファーストクォーター。第1クォーター終わって第2クォーター、今と同じところ引き続きなんですけど、2回走ってきてるよね。なんかねパス来そうな気すんだよね俺。
First down.
だねやっぱパス来たけど早いね。
7 yards the pickup there.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
うわあしよしよ
His
し。
throw's going to be incomplete.
これ今抜けたよね多分。
Intended
左側。
receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
パスか。
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
ちょっと待って。
He's got the first down and more inside the 30. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there,
せ
getting him
っ
the
かく
first.
2塁が抜け
When they
た
watch
と思
film
っ
of this
たら
game
ま
and
た
hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really
こ
like
の
getting
チー
a
ムだっ
double
たか
plus
な
on
クォー
this
ターバック
play.
4走
Why?
ったのっ
He
て
scrambles
ど
and
こだっ
picks
た
up a
の。
first down. But what else does he do?
すげえ。
Protects
これはいい
himself
走り
by
されたな。
sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
これは見事に走られたよ。
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Shotgun now.
ナイスナイスナイスナイス。
Now look out, Rodgers. What's the
あ
fumble?
でもここで球拾われたもんね。
Tom
いや
Brady.
でもそんなゲインないでしょ。
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the
逆にこっち
football
戻
as
したね。
well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
さあさあいいアタック見せたよ。もう一回ちょっと潰し
The
に行こう
fumble
ぜ。
on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
パスで来ると思うけどさ。
Shotgun now.
あナイスパス。これは結構いい戻しだよ。
8 yards on the
4ヤード。
completion, but now they face 3rd
これ
down.
4
You
ヤ
can see
ー
the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked
ド。
hard to make it
なんで来
happen.
る。パスだ。
Here's the
パスで
7th
来る
play
ね
of
これ。
this drive. This is
見せ
3rd
たらい
and
いけど。
4. Here's Rogers.
Okay, okay.
Under pressure.
Nice, sir.
They sack it
Nice,
back at the
quarterback sack.
36. William Golston in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
うわー無理か間に合わんでも外した
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is.
いいのかここで外して
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Well, to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At their 49-yard line.
Brady gives this one out to Jones. He's got the first down more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
ちょっと今のはやられたわ。
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
And
a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look at under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Christian Kirksey. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
コーチ、27ヤードあるんだけど、ランで行くの無理だろ、これは。待って、失敗押しちゃった。キャンセルと思ってさ、バスで押したんだけど。
Now Brady sliding out of the pocket, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards.
10ヤードぐらいはゲインしたよね。
Good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down. Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
時間的にはあんまりないから、これはパントで。
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin.
さあどこまで？いい位置だね。 あ、違うわ。はるかにオーバーだった。
This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
でも52秒もあるからちょっと厳しいな。パスで来られると、タイムアウトで時間止めてくるんだよね。
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
パスだから止まると思うんだけど。
From the gun.
オッケー、オッケー、ナイス、よっしゃ。
Jason Pierre-Paul picks up
今
his
操
second
作してた
sack
選
of
手。
the afternoon.
うまいことこれ抜けたね、20。
Another try
あ、
after
ち
the
ょっ
first
と待って、次で始まってんのかい。リプレイかと思ってたもん。
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Jones. And he's going to have the Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Bradley Kenyon to kick off for Tampa Bay.
0点に抑えて後半。
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give to Aaron Jones. He's into the clear. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 61 yards.
Nice run でしたよ、今の。
Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, even as the kick's away.
Go!
This will make it into the end zone.
Go!
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
さあ、そこだ。パスでいこう。
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
ナイスだけど、ああ出ちゃった。いやゲインそんなねえぞこれ。逆にマイナスじゃん。
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
A first down there on a pickup of
今のはもう良かった、フリーだったね。投げやすかった。ちょっと高めのハイボール投げたんだけどね、一応念のために。
Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
ナイスナイス。あ、何ちょっと待って。
So here the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got their feet down in bounds as well.
ああ、大丈夫じゃん。何？ダメだったの？ファーストダウンだよね。
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
パス怖いんだよね、さっきから。
On play action, it's Brady.
ああ、それ、オッケー。
And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
今のは投げやすいよ。
Inside the 40 to the 39.
とことんパスでいけるってなんで？
This NFC championship game, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Nice!
Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a good pickup there at 20 yards. 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
でもちょっと待って、これコーチの言うことは、ああ、変わったコーチ。
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Jones. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Nice! あ、タッチダウンになった。よかった。ちょっと届かないかと思ったんだけどね。
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
さあここで確実に1点入れていこう。ただまだね第3クォーターなんでね。さあしっかり守っていきたい。
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
いい感じのところに落として、あとは問題止めれるかどうかなんだよね。
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
23ヤード。私のところと5ヤードぐらい差があるね。
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Pass there over the middle to start things out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there.
He's going
to have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, "Let's go make a play for me. I just need something right here." And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Tanya underneath. 6 yards is the pickup. That'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game. Just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him. You know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, getting different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Packers 7.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
38-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 52 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the far side.
やっぱりちょっと早く動きすぎた。
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. These are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. And he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Airing this one out for Evans.
Okay.
It's caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. A big play for the Bucs there on third down.
このロングパスで勘弁してください。51ヤード。
A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
一応ハイパス投げてジャンプしてキャッチというのでやってみました。
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it with Jones.
Okay,守れ。
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than
これ早めに今入れたらさ、残り時間結構残してんだよな。
For a really nice pickup.
残り時間残ってるからなるべく時間消費したい。
But it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones.
ナイスタッチダウン。
Touchdown Buccaneers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle, tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
でもここはパントでよかったね。1点狙いでいいと思うんだよね。下手して2点狙いしたら逆転あるからね。
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Well, this has been all that we hope for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Time taken in here to start this drive.
お前
10 touchdown.
追いつかねえ。
Robert Tonyan 75 yards. And the
75ヤードだな。
extra point of tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up
追いつけなかったわ、もう。
here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
まあ30ヤード地点だから悪くないです。私には。
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. at their own
Back now comes Tampa Bay, and this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here, the playoffs, all tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
リターン頑張ってくれました。
頑張りました本当に。あんなに走れることないので。
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
実際でもそんなないんで
you
す
see
け
him
どもね。
pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
パスできない。オッケーオッケーオッケー。
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers 34.
パッカーズの選手は負けるけど、30ヤード近くラッシュか悪くねえよ、いいよ。
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that
飛んだかと思いました。
ねえ、ちょっと私も最初思いました。
And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
もうちょっとでも時間使いたいんで。
A 6-yard pickup.
これもうちょっと時間使えばフィールドゴールでもありでしょう。
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
何
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
ここに2ヤード。
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 32. Again, it's Jones.
とりあえずファーストダウンとして。
First down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll be a 2-yard gain.
時間取る勝負。
And it'll move it.
タイムの取り方わかんないんだよね。とりあえずランでいこう。
Now a first down carry by Jones.
ああ、戻された最後で。
Following a pickup of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones.
とりあえず、よしよしよしよしよしよしいいよ。
Inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jones. And the Buccaneers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, they should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
設定でね、これをなんか時間早めるのもあるみたいなんですけどね。だってわざわざ待たなくても。
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle.
ファーストダウン取ったでしょ。あ、タッチダウン取ったでしょ。オッケー。さあ、残り30秒。でも油断はできねえ。一発のタッチダウンは7秒あるからね。確実にステップが出てきたい。
ナイス。
ありがとうございます。
took the lead. You got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
この30秒が多いのか少ないのか分かんない。怖い一発が相手の。
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
パスが怖いぞ、パスが。
Back out there, Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen, simply because you know a guy has struggled, and he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. That's complete to Lazard.
残りはまだ15秒。はいはい。
It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
リープルパス怖いですね。
怖い。本当に怖い。2回ともタッチダウンそれでやられてるんで。今のもこれこのまま走り切られるかと思いました。
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's back to throw. Oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The Buccaneers are on their way to the Super Bowl. Thank you all so much for watching, and good night.
危ねえ。いや、パッカーズとしていつもこんな緊張感あるわ。
And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gordon, and our entire crew. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
そうだよね。ロングパスで走られてるのも結構あったからね、一発で。ああ、よかった。はい、ということでね、今日の夜は NFL の方遊んできました。ちょっとね、やっぱり1回時間がだいたい40分か50分ぐらいかかってるのかな。ちょっとやっぱり試合的には長いですね。長いのでちょっと今日はここまでにしたいと思います。見に来てくれた方ありがとうございます。
ドキドキしましたね。面白い試合でした。
ありがとうございます。見に来てくれて本当にありがとうございます。またよかったら遊びに来てください。はい、それでは、今日はここまでにしたいと思います。それでは皆さんおやすみなさい。失礼いたします。